back to Delicious Dishes. My name is Chef Ayden, and today we're going to be making some red velvet cupcakes. Let's get into it. So the reason I want to make red velvet cupcakes is because on June 8th was my birthday. So I know it's a little later, but I still wanted to celebrate it. So I'm making some red velvet cupcakes. For our ingredients, we're going to have vinegar, milk, grapeseed oil. If you don't have that, you can use any type of oil as long as it's a neutral oil, flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, salt, red food coloring, and vanilla extract. So to start, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, I preheated it, so now let's start. This recipe has some tips that are also like my pancake recipe. So first, I'm going to take my vinegar and my milk, and then just like in the pancake recipe, I'm going to pour in my vinegar into my milk to let that sour. There you go. And now while that's souring, I'm going to pour into a sifter my flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, baking soda. I will pour in the salt and the sugar later, but it won't go through the sifter, so I'm going to not sift that. The reason I like to sift it is because it introduces air into it, which makes it lighter. Okay, and now I'm going to pour in my sugar, salt. So now I'm just going to whisk this all together. So now it's all mixed together. So now I'm going to pour in my oil into my milk and vinegar. That's cool. Now I'm going to put in my food coloring. So one, oh wow, that's really red. And now, second one. Okay, and now my vanilla extract. And now let's whisk it all together. There we go. And now it's time to pour my wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. I'm going to mix it nice and slow, so I don't want to spill any. We'll just kind of incorporate all of this dry ingredients on the side and everywhere into here. There we go. Now it looks like all of the batter has become red. So I'm going to keep mixing this until it becomes thick and I don't see any little bits of dry ingredients. Now I'm just going to shake it up. See how it's super thin right now? It's got to be a lot thicker. So I'm just going to keep mixing this until it becomes a lot thicker. Okay, so this looks ready. Next, I'm going to put it into my cups, and then we'll put it in the oven. So now, I'm going to fill up my cup. So to start, I have to take a tablespoon and just fill it up. It should be 2/3 of the way full. So now I'm going to fill up the rest of these. I'll see you when it's done. All right, got my chocolate chips here. And now I'm gonna put about 4 of them in each cup. So just 4. Then I'm gonna take a small spoon and then just stir it around a little bit so that they don't rise to the top or the bottom. So now you'll get a little bit of chocolate chip in each bite. So I'm just going to do that. Now I'll see when it's done. And now it's time to put them in the oven. My oven has already been preheated, and then I'm going to put them in for 19 minutes. see you when it's done. It just came out of the oven, and now it's time to see if they need to be put in for a little more or if they're fully baked. So I'm going to take a toothpick right here. I'm just going to poke it into the side of one. And it doesn't look wet at all, so it looks ready. Now I'm going to see just a random another one. It'll be right here. Using the other side, I'm going to poke it. It's not wet at all. Alright, looks like they're ready. Now I'm going to let them sit here and cool for 30 minutes. And then it'll be time to ice them and try them out. So they cooled down for 30 minutes. And now it's time to ice them. I've already iced one of them by just putting little dollops and then one in the middle. And now it's time to ice the other one. I'm going to do a swirl. But before that, to prepare the icing, I had put it in the fridge for the 30 minutes. So I let it sit out here for 15 minutes. And now since it's nice and soft, I can just put it on. And if it's not as hard to do, like to eat it, you can put it back in the fridge once you've iced the cupcakes. So what I took is just a little icing bag and I put a clip here. So now, just going to squeeze softly and just go around in a circle, just directing it. There we go, now I'm going to make it more of a swirl. There we go. So now we've got a little swirl shape here. And next I'm gonna try them. So I finished icing the rest of them. Then I also have two more. I've got a heart right here and an attempted face that just turned into a circle. But now it's time to try them out. I'm gonna try out, how about this one that I iced? Let's try it out. This is by far the best red velvet cupcake I've ever made. And I made so many, but this is by far the best batch. Wow. This tastes so good. The cream cheese frosting on top of it is so good. I bet you buttercream would also taste good on this. Mostly just the, butter. It's always really good on this kind of stuff. Would taste really good on this. But yeah, the frosting is nice and creamy. And then if I wanted to, I could put it in the fridge and make it a little harder to make it a little crunchy. This is so good. Let me know in the comments how they turn out. Thanks for watching. Bye.